All right, everybody, this is Matt Baran, and this is the Daily Dose of Awesome for Thursday, January 31st. I hope everybody is having a good day, and if you are in the Midwest, I hope you're staying warm. I definitely am trying to. It is a nice and balmy negative 10 degrees out for me right now. But it's a perfect day to sit here and talk to you guys about this awesome new strategy that I've been learning, that basically I've been using to churn out lots and lots and lots of Facebook ads. Because, one of the best ways to have an ad that is really successful, very profitable for you, that you can just run forever and ever and ever, is to write a number of ads. When you write your first ad, oftentimes it's not going to be the best. For me, for example, I might write 10 ads a day, and only 2 of them would work out really well. The others aren't going to be winners, but out of those 2, I can get really profitable with. But the issue is in writing 10 ads a day. So that's a lot of ads that you have to write. When I really had to start scaling out and seeing what I was doing in terms of taking these ads and having to write a massive amount of ads, there's only one of me to go around. Obviously, I can't duplicate myself 10 times to write an ad, so I had to find a way to be able to take our Elite Marketing Pro blog posts and go ahead and turn into like a formula that where I could read the blog post really quick, write an ad, and then turn it out. So it allowed me to go from taking about 4 to 5 hours to write a Facebook ad for a blog post to then going and writing about, half an hour to 45 minutes per ad. It allows me to churn these ads out really fast. It allows me to test really fast as well. And it just allows me to get to those winning ads a lot quicker. So like I said, writing a good ad can be very difficult. It can be, you got to get really good at your copy. You got to know your markets. You have to obviously read what you're writing about. So, for example, if you're writing about a blog post, then you have to be able to understand that blog post, because you have to be able to tie in your ad to what you're sending to people with clicks. It takes time. You do have to do revisions. You have to study your market. It's a good idea to study your competitors, so the people that are also writing ads similar to yours, other network marketers. It's a good idea to go to their Facebook pages and look and see what ads that they're putting out. There's a way you can do that. If you go to their Facebook page, you can actually see in the tabs, they have a section for ads that are being run. You can see what ads they're currently running. And then testing. Obviously, like I mentioned, a lot of times ads don't work. So you have to test ads, and the more ads you can test, the more amount of times, the quicker you're going to get to those ads that actually do work. So when it comes to writing Facebook ads, you want to be able to make it as easy and painless as possible, so you can write as many as possible. Now, when I had this issue and we really had to start churning out ads, and there was only one of me to do so, I had to come up with a formula. And I developed this by studying a lot of great copywriters, primarily Agora Financial, which is one of the best direct response copywriters on the market. And basically, I developed a formula for writing an ad for our blog posts, for the Elite Marketing Pro blog posts. It allows me to churn these ads out at a very fast rate, and even up to like 1 per half an hour. So what I'll try to do is, when we go ahead and we put the comments, I'll try to put this little formula in here. But for right now, I'm going to have to reference a few things here that you guys aren't going to be able to necessarily see on my screen. And I don't think there's actually any way for me to share this. No, it doesn't look like it at this time. So basically, I want to just walk through an example of how I did this. And I did this using a recent blog post that we had. And this was written by Witt and Carey. And it's how to use the reverse invite method to get prospects to invite themselves to take a look at your business. It came out probably about a month ago. And basically what I do is I have 5 criteria that I write my ad on. I have 5. It's almost like a fill in the blank in a way. It's like I would say it's more of an outline, but it's a very succinct outline. And do these 5 blanks that I fill in, I do this by reading the actual blog post, filling in the blanks, and then quickly filling in, turning those 5 answers that I put to these 5 questions, I turn that into an ad. So it gives me a very systematic way of doing ads here, doing ads for our EMP blog posts. So basically, we've got this blog post here, and again, after this is over, I'm unable to do this now, but after this is over, I'll try to put the link to this blog post in the comments so you guys can see what I'm talking about. But it's this blog post, how to use the reverse invite method to get prospects to invite themselves into your business. So what I do is I tend to read this thing. I read it once through. I might read it a second time if I really need to, but I kind of want to get just the main gist in mind. And then I've got 5 questions I want to answer. So the first question is, I have good. So I take the big idea from each blog post. Now, in this particular case, for the reverse invite method, I read through this and I found out basically the whole idea of the blog post is that inviting people to look at your business is very discouraging. So for example, when you're constantly asking your friends, you're chasing people, you're asking them to take a look at your business, a lot of people don't want to do that just because they either think like, no, I don't want to get involved in this. I don't want to do this right now. I'm not interested. I'm busy, whatever. You have a lot of times when you do that, you have a very low success rate. Now, it's easier when people actually reach out to you. So that's the big idea of this blog post. And that's what this reverse invite method is about. It's inviting people to look at your business is discouraging, but it's a lot easier when those people are actually reaching out to you. So that's what I call the big idea. And that's the main idea from the blog post. So that's the first one I take. So the next one is one core emotion. And basically, the emotion from this is, if we scroll down a little bit, it is, it relies on making yourself unique. So I'm talking about the reverse invite method. It relies on making yourself so unique that people want to reach out to you and invite themselves to take a look at whatever you're doing. Okay, so basically what ends up happening when we take a look at this is we fill in this one core emotion. It basically says the core emotion from that particular sentence is, I'm unique, I'm special, I'm different than what everybody else. So I'm not just the same person that's promoting the same capture page or the same thing. I have a different take on it. So that's why people would want to reach out to me. So that's the emotion. I'm different. I'm unique. The next one is a captivating story. Now, this particular one I used in this example, this one that Witt and Carrie had written where they said every day somewhere between 15 and 20 people reach out to us to ask exactly what we're doing. So you're looking for some sort of proof of story. You're looking for some sort of, did this actually happen? A result, for example. So this is what I use. And it doesn't have to be a long story at all, a sentence or two. So basically, I wrote down every day somewhere between 15 and 20 people reach out and ask what we are doing. There's the result. It's captivating too. You want to understand, because everybody would want 15 to 20 people reaching directly out to them to ask about their business. The next question, you want to come up with a single desirable benefit. So basically, the benefit of this whole post of using this reverse invite method is to get people reaching out to your business using the reverse invite method. That's the benefit. That's literally the benefit of this whole thing. And they're teaching the reverse invite method. It gets people to reach out to your business. And then you want one inevitable response. And that's always going to be, in most cases, I always make that the call to action to read the blog post. So in this particular case, I just wrote, this guide is a must read going into 2019. So click below for free instant access. Okay, so I've answered these 5 questions. Now, let me read to you about the ad that I wrote on this. So basically, out of these 5 questions that I answered, I then took this and I filled in a few blanks. And what I did, I was able to churn out an ad by just reading the blog post, answering these questions, taking these few blanks, and then going in and just pulling up the ad here. Sorry, guys. and then going in and just kind of and writing the ad based around those answers. So let me just read to you what this is right here, and the ad we came up with. And it's pretty short. It's not a really long story at all, but it's working really well because it comes up with that big idea, the emotion, the benefits, and then obviously the call to action. So basically, here's what I came up with. Can you imagine what it would feel like to have 15 to 20 people ask you to take a look at your business every day? That's exactly what Carrie and Witt just accomplished. You see, inviting people to take a look at your business is very discouraging. So right there, you can see right there, there's the core emotion that I used. The first sentence was actually the captivating story. I said, can you imagine? Oh, no, that was just a question. So, but I did say the core emotion. It's much easier when people reach out to you. So basically, that's the big idea. Now, why is this so effective? Because you're unique. Now, that's the core emotion. If you remember, the core emotion was I'm unique, different from everybody. You don't look like every other distributor begging for attention. See, every day, Carrie and Witt are getting between 15 to 20 people asking them about their business. There's the captivating story. There's the results. Without approaching a single person. And they do it using this super simple technique called the reverse invite method. It's had a great response from those in our community. So there's the single desirable benefit. You get people reaching out to your business using the reverse invite method. It's had a great response from those in our community. So for a limited time, Carrie and Witt have decided to spill the beans on this for free. Now click below to read about how you can use this method in your business. No sign up necessary. This guide is a must read going into 2019, so click below to start reading today. And then there's the one inevitable response. It's essentially all it is it's a call to action. So there you have it, guys. That's how I go about writing a number of ads a day, usually between 30 to 45 minutes per ad. And I do these for the Elite Marketing Bro blog posts. Now, obviously, I can't, if you're starting from complete scratch, it's a lot harder to write and churn out tons and tons of ad copy. But you can see from this little formula that I've got right here, and I'll go ahead and I'll post these questions for you along with a copy of the blog post in the comments after I get done with this Daily Dose of Awesome. But I have this formula. I sit down, I just go through, I read the blog post, I answer these 5 questions, and then I just sit down and I write the ads based on the 5 answers, write the ad based on these 5 answers. It's really quick and simple, easy. It allows me to write, 4 or 5 ads a day when it comes to these different blog posts versus, let's just say, how frustrating it can be when you like, okay, I got to write an ad. Okay, let me pick a blog post. Okay, where do I start? You walk around, you probably want to procrastinate and do everything else. This is a much more succinctful, I don't think that's the word I was looking for, succinct and guided way of writing your ads. And it just allows you to turn it, to be very focused and churn out your ads a lot quicker so you can test them, get results, and then move on if they don't work. Sometimes your ads just aren't going to work because they're not very good, but that's okay. They're not always going to be great, but this allows you to get through them and test more ads a lot quicker. So basically, I wanted to just share that with you guys because it's been working really well for me lately in terms of just turning out more ads. And so again, I'll try to see if I can go back and post those questions in the comments. But you guys have this video, you can go through it, and I kind of walk you through this blog post and show you how I wrote this particular ad. So with that, I hope everybody has a good week. I will be back next Tuesday for another Daily Dose of Awesome, and it's going to be talking about a problem that most people have if their ads don't work and why their ads might suck if they do suck. With that said, everybody have a great day.